everyone, welcome back. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We're gonna hop back into the Dawntrail on this queue at a terrifying pivotal moment. Because when we last left off, we were in Sunperch, the seat of the Dawn Servant in Tuliyollal, where Saralja showed up, broke the throne, killed Gulul Jaja. Ostensibly, he looks pretty dead. And presented us with an ultimatum, which was either lay siege to his civilization to prove that Wuklamat and Kona are worthy of the title of Dawn Servant, or dissolve the government of Tuliyollal and surrender all of her lands. So, we're at an interesting point. How could this happen? The quest accepted noise does not fit with the current tone. I'm still breathing.
Enough. I am beyond saving.
Father, please. You can't give up.
Are you there, oh friend?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look after my children.
Oh.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Oh.
Aye, you can count on it.
No, I love Gulul Jaja. Like, I know he's dying, but he's been since last time.
Wuklamat. Kona.
He's so big.
Yes, Papa.
He could hold so much sadness in those eyes.
The graves of the Yokwi. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Please, Father, you must save your strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
I think this shot has given me a better sense of the scale of this man. Because his crown is like as tall as me or taller. Like, he was old and he was dying and we knew he was on his way out, but like, not like this.
Papa. Papa.
Now we're gonna have to be careful not to let Wuklamot turn this into like a vengeance quest over protecting her people. And Kona, honestly. Right, so, I... Val Wuklamot, Val Kona, I bring word from the city. The enemy has withdrawn, and the Lance Guard have begun rendering aid to the people. Casualties within our ranks have hindered progress, but we continue to do all that we can. I thank you for the report. Please inform the guard there to prioritize such efforts until further notice. People, I need to help them. We will assist you in whatever way we can, of course. Thank you, thank you. There are sure to be wounded everywhere, more than I could count. We'll split up and help all of them. You can count on us. Alfino and Alize, could you take Bayside Bevy? And Kryl and Erenville, the palace perimeter. As for Nona, please come to the Resplendent Quarter with me. We'll all meet back here afterwards. What about Kona? Is he gonna, like, hold down the fort? Looks like it. He can probably coordinate relief efforts better from... Ow! There we go. Coordinate relief efforts better from Volok Shunsa. The double L, I am so used to reading as it's read in Spanish. I don't have a problem with Tuli Yolal, I think because Tuli Yoyal would be really hard to say. But Volok Shunsa, I just... God damn. Alright. Well, let's go. Well, I probably could have taken the Ethernet, but we're almost there, so. God damn. And then, like, the sad version of the town theme. Hey, man. You're good. My thanks. I'll be fine now. We failed to protect the people. Why did so many have to die? Where were Val Wuklamot and Val Kona? They're not to blame. I understand, I do, but... I need to clear my head. There's 5 people I need to help. Oh, 2 in one and 3 in the other. Thank you, miss. But my husband and son, they were... Fuck. I mean, you can't have a Final Fantasy expansion without it coming for you, but... Did I miss one up here? Someone hiding around the side of this building? No. Which means... Oh, there. Here's the third one in this section. Thanks. I think I'm alright. Did you see them? Those soldiers. Looked like people, but they killed and killed with no hesitation. If they attack us again, how can we hope to defend ourselves? Yeah, they do remind me, I think I mentioned this last time, they remind me very distinctly of the Corellians. I think they're called the Corellians. From the Gatherer quests, the Gatherer Society quests in Endwalker. Thank you. I thought I was done for. I heard something disturbing. The enemy leader, they say he looked like Zoralja. But that can't be true, can it? Why would the first promise attack his own people? But if it was him, what happens now? Is he going to come back? What do we do if he does? Hello, frightened merchant. Thank you. The pain is better now. But I can't stop shaking. Where did they come from? Why did they attack us? Were those things still in the sky? We had peace under Gulul Jaja. We were safe. But now... Yeah, still hanging there. I mean, he said he would leave the ships here to destroy us should we fail, so... Hey, look them up. Talk to folks. You finished aiding the people here. Thank you. There were children among the wounded. Children. No. Now isn't the time. There are still others who need help. Could you go and see how things are at Talonmarch? And afterwards go and find Alize at Bayside Bevy. I love my escapism game about the horrors of war and child casualties. Alright. How are things at Talonmarch? No evidence of significant damage. Okay, fighting didn't get this far. That's good. At least it was contained. Although, unfortunately, it looks like it was contained to the area with the people. Which is not great. Yeah, giant blast marks. Are these, like, actually... like, deformed? Or are they just textures on top? I think they're just textures, but they look... and they're pretty good. From... like, they look like they have depth from above. Yeah. But yeah, like, blast craters. Alright. Fresh scorch marks on the ground are doubtless from the enemy assault. And this is where it gets nasty. Shop appears to have weathered the chaos. Well, that's something. Alright. How's the harbor? Harbor looks okay. That's good. Yeah, port unscathed. but we still have those ships. What kind of technology is this? Because it's not Allegan. I mean, it looked pretty Allegan. Like, the door looked Allegan. But I don't think we have any evidence to say that it's been in this area. And a lot of it looked different. The, like, weird stones looked different. So is this another, like, ancient civilization by our standards, or is this pre-Sundering? Is this creation magic? I've helped all those I could find, and seen them delivered into the Landsguard's care. As many casualties as there are, it would have been worse if the Landsguard hadn't fought as bravely as they did. And if Saralja actually meant to harm the people. I mean, look around, the buildings are hardly damaged. I suspect his aim was more to incite fear, to show that he could strike whenever he pleases. But we can discuss that later. How is Lamachi? Even after what happened to her father, she's trying so hard to fulfill her duty to the people. Still, everyone has their limits. She needs rest, and soon. Someone mentioned seeing her head towards the shore. Perhaps she's gone to the Gornitruk Gleam Sands. Oh yeah, I went to go check out the restaurant. Oh man, I really hope that the proprietor isn't like super dead. Well, I mean, Brokevu is still there, so... Ah. Here she is. Yeah. I wondered when we were gonna address this.
Steady now. I've brought you medicine. A drink.
There you are, Lamachi. I was beginning to...
Come on. Come on. Take it. Please.
Lamachi. Lamachi!
How? How could I?
Look at me, Lamachi. You need rest. You and her both. I will tend to this soul.
Her eyes are so big and wet.
But my people... I have to help them.
The Landsguard have matters well in hand. Trust in them. If there's another attack, your people will need you to protect them. They'll need you to be sharp.
No, my
So
eyes are
please
watering.
rest. Consider it your duty.
I stood before them all. Said that we'd build a nation where everyone knows happiness. So much for that promise. What good is a vow of resolve who cannot save her people?
We'll handle this. Together.
You'll stick with me.
Damn right.
Thank you. My head's a little clearer now. I need to concentrate on what I can do rather than what I can't. We've dealt with unfriendly factions before. From YUH OH still longing for conquest, to adherents of blessed siblings, people who are unwilling to listen. Even so, I believed that by learning about one another and engaging in good faith, we could peacefully settle our differences. And we did. My brother is different. There will be no reasoning with him. He killed our people, our father. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. What's more, he has power. The power to destroy the peace we've worked so hard to preserve. If I'm to protect that peace, then I must fight. I must confront Zorolja and kill him.
Ugh. That is a heavy, dark burden to bear. I'm fine. Just needed a moment to settle my nerves. Thank you for being there for me, and for urging me on despite all my sulking. Sitting around complaining isn't very leader-like, is it? So much has happened so quickly, and I struggle to make sense of it all. Strange soldiers, those floating ships, the new powers Zorolja commands. Given everything he's done and still intends to do, I know I can't afford to run headlong into battle. Not this time. I cannot let this terrible pain in my heart lead me astray. I will make it my strength. The strength to do what I must. Right, I'm heading back to the palace. I need to talk strategy with Kona. Could you and the others join us in a while? However we decide to proceed, I want you all to be aware of it. Oh, and would you tell Alize I'll be alright? She's probably at Bayside Bevy. Yeah, let's go have a chat with Alize. God, it's wild seeing how much more, like, emotionally mature Alize has become since we first met her. I don't know, Alize and Alphino always kind of have been a little bit the, like, parentified child. So... Oh, you're back. By that I take it to mean Lamachi is feeling better? She needs to be strong for the people of Tural. I understand that, but she doesn't have to do it alone. So if she intends to fight, then we fight. Together. Just one of the... Oh, yeah. That said... I wish I knew exactly what we were up against. Yeah, they do look pretty Corellian. '96. It's plainly not a person. It doesn't look like any automaton or magitek weapon I've ever seen. As far and wide as you've traveled, though, perhaps you've encountered something similar before. Would you mind taking a closer look? It may yield some clues as to Zorolja's new powers. Alright. Let's get a real close look at this guy. Oh, I can't zoom in. Place of where eyes or mouth might be, you see a strange sigil on the front of this helm. Just corpse and gun, yeah? Okay. From a distance, it appeared to be simple armor, but upon closer inspection, its construction was quite intricate. The material from which it is made is unclear, and you see no signs of a power source. The general shape of this weapon resembles a gun, but its construction suggests it's far more advanced than anything you've seen before. I still think this is creation magic. So, what do you think? Looks like a person, but it's clearly mechanical. Indeed. While it resembles a person, it has features that make it uncanny. The lack of a face, not least of all. Did you see any sign of a power source? Nope. It probably doesn't run on ceruleum or any other conventional fuels. I tried channeling ether into it earlier, but there was no response. That would seem to rule it out as an arcane entity. It's completely lifeless now. A far cry from the unstoppable enemy it was in battle. Even the material it's made of is a mystery. Rather than metal, it's more akin to stone. Wait, haven't we seen this somewhere recently? Yeah, Skype Obscenity. That's right. Glowing stone used in the chamber with the gate to the Golden City. While the soldiers are a different color, the warship's the same black as the stone of the gate itself. There has to be a connection. Let's share our observations with the others when we gather at Sunperch. The sooner we get to the bottom of this mystery, the better. Don't like the idea that Zeralja has access to this boundless source of power that didn't its bearer also, or its guardian, say it was also like a curse? Or just said like, I wouldn't call it a blessing? Which I guess could just make sense in the sense that obviously it's bringing untold suffering. It's not really being a blessing right now to anyone other than Zeralja. Looks like everyone is here already. Alright, let's debrief.
Thank you for coming, everyone. And thank you for taking charge in the relief effort. We would have fared far worse without you.
Someone had to do it, that's all. Come, let's take stock.
In terms of casualties, at least 50 died in the attack. And many times that number are wounded. All available healers are seen to their care. Structural damage at least is limited, so essential business can be conducted without issue. That said, the people are understandably shaken. We must assuage their fears and begin working to restore things to normal as quickly as possible.
Now, the most confounding mystery remains our enemy. And their mechanical soldiers created with technology that surpasses anything I've ever seen. What is their nature? And how did Zoralja manage to bring them under his command? Such things remain unknown.
I have an
They
inkling.
emerged from the dome encasing Yasolani. We're quite certain of that much.
Speaking of the dome, we have some theories, I'm told.
Indeed. I would like to call upon some helpers to join the discussion. May I invite them here?
By all means.
Raha?
It's me. Permission has been granted. You can come in.
Raha? Crystal Exarch would have some insights.
Greetings, everyone.
Hey, I knew it. Oh, you stole it? Yeah, okay. We got our magic folks. Hello, magic studiers.
Raha! Y'shtola!
After that long voyage, I had hoped that we might be afforded a moment's rest, but I gather circumstances are quite dire.
All is well in the Annex, never fear. I've already dealt with the most pressing matters, and others hold the fort in my absence.
Following the changing of Dawn servants, Gulul Jar Jar spoke about the Golden City to his two successors. Thanks to Wuglamat, I was allowed to attend that meeting.
Oh, good.
What I heard led me to conclude that this was a matter for the students. Thus did I call upon our comrades who possess the requisite expertise. It was actually after that the dome manifested. But, based on what we know, I have reason to believe that it is connected to the Golden City.
While we're eager to help, we have limited familiarity with the situation. Might we trouble you to explain from the beginning?
Okay.
As you know, it was a letter I found tucked away in the Baldessian Annex that brought me to Tural. A letter from the Dawn servant addressed to my grandfather, sent some 20 years ago.
The request to investigate the City of Gold.
Indeed. The strange thing is, there was mention of neither Tural nor the city in our records. Hoping to learn the truth of my grandfather's mission, what he did and saw, I volunteered to help in the rite of succession. At the end of which, I was able to hear the tale from Gulul Jar Jar.
Alright, spill it.
Like us, my grandfather went to the deepest chamber of the Sky Deep Cenote. And, like us, he saw the gate to the Golden City.
Is that what you required our help with? This gate?
It was. You see, the gate was opened once in the past. And
it led to another reflection.
Hey?
I can take the story from here. Considering my part in these affairs, I reckon maybe I'm best equipped to speak on the matter.
It goes to the fucking, like, the second or some shit?
I was there too, you see. In those ruins, together with Galuf and Gulul Jar Jar. And what I saw that day, I'll never forget.
Alright, cool. It's getting an echo. I want to see this shit for myself. Oh, we haven't seen Galif before.
This black stone is remarkable. I cannot help but wonder if the structures in this part of the ruins were built by a completely different civilization.
It was over 1,000 years ago that the giants mined here. Their records make no mention of glowing stones.
It harbors high concentrations of ether, and on the surface are what appear to be arcane patterns. They aren't Allagan, or Mahi, or Nemean. If anything, they put me in mind of the calculations of the South Sea Islanders, but even then...
Seven hells!
Well,
What did you do?
Nothing.
An earthquake?
so we get the bridge to the gate. Yep.
None of this has ever happened before.
A void gate? Nay, this is different.
Wait, fuck me. Don't tell me Kryl is from another reflection. Oh my god.
Baby? Now hold on. Why would you...
There's the key.
Now what's this?
What is this? Who are you?
We just got here. Why are you giving us a baby and a key? Uh-oh. Don't stand where the door's gonna close. That's not... Don't do that. Okay. Okay, it's closing more slowly than I thought it was.
Though it never opened again, Galuf continued to study the gate for years after that, hoping to learn something of value. All he could conclude was that it was built with unknown technology, and that it led to another world, one apart from the Void. We'd assumed the ruins themselves were the Golden City, only to discover that the real prize actually lay beyond the gate, and beyond our reach. Couldn't make head nor tail of the artifact, either. As it had similar properties to the black stone in the ruins, we were convinced it was important. So Galul Jaja took it to the palace for safekeeping. Galuf, meanwhile, took the baby with him back to Charlian and raised her as his own.
Then the child was...
The earring inside the letter to my grandfather. It was apparently found amongst my swaddling clothes.
Oh.
If this is true, then it means that you hail from another reflection.
So it would seem. I still struggle to take it all in myself. Looking back, Grandfather was always quick to seek distractions whenever I broached the subject. But never would I have guessed anything like this. But enough about me. We have more pressing matters.
The forces that assailed Tuliyola. You suspect they are somehow connected to the Golden City?
Thinking back on it, the soldiers looked like they could have been made from the same black stone.
And leading them was Zeralja. His involvement also lends weight to the theory.
Yeah, are you gonna tell us about how you got fucking ganked?
On the day of the succession ceremony, a bandit took me unawares and knocked me out. When I came to, I found my home turned upside down, with a few particular items missing. Namely the keystones I was entrusted with, for my role as Watcher of the Gate.
The bandit, you believe that it was...
I only got a glimpse of him, but I was a blue-scaled Hubigo. I know of no other.
The artifact stored at the palace was also stolen. The thief struck during the ceremony, and the guard was spread thin.
So our assumption is Zeralja somehow opened that gate to another reflection, where he acquired advanced technology and his mechanical army.
Unless it's a reflection of Zeralja.
It fits. And if he did, then it's also likely that the dome is a product of this unknown reflection.
I mean, it's probably not a reflection of Zeralja, but...
Hold on. We've been going on and on about the reflections. But what of my home? What's become of it?
Yeah, we still haven't talked about Yasulani. Gonna find out.
Indeed. Where it concerns other realities, I dare say the Scions are best suited to tackle the task.
You can say that again. We've been to the literal edge of existence. Some mysterious giant dome shouldn't scare us.
Yeah, have we mentioned we've been to space? Have we mentioned we've gone to the edge of the universe and also to the moon?
Our order has ostensibly disbanded. We'd thank you to be discreet about our unofficial reunion.
Huh. Worry not. We'll spare no effort to get to the bottom of this. And with our hero eager to help, you can be confident of the results.
I'm coming with you. If that's where my brother is, then that's where I must go. I can't say I understand everything you're discussing, but I know what I have to do. I have to put a stop to Zoroja and restore the people's happiness.
Suffice it to say, I share Lamachi's desire to join you. However, under these circumstances, it would be unwise for both vows to be absent from the city.
Yeah.
As such, I shall remain in Tuliolol. Come what may, I will protect our nation. So go forth, sister, and do what you must.
Thank you.
It may be prudent for us to likewise divide our forces. While one group ventures into the dome, the other keeps guard without.
Agreed. There's something I wish to investigate out here, so I will remain.
I as well. The enemy's warships still loom overhead, and I would see that we are prepared for the worst.
I wish to go to the dome. As a student, I have an obligation to investigate this potential threat to the world. But I'd be lying if I said I'm not deathly curious about my origins. If there's aught to be learned, then I want to learn it.
Graha, please tell me that you're coming in with us.
In that case, please let me come too. I have to see what's become of my home. I may not be a fighter, but I know those lands like the back of my hand. I can guide you.
If you hadn't offered, I would have asked. We're counting on you.
I'm not one for waiting around, so if it's all the same to you, I'll join the dome crew.
You should accompany them, Graha. I expect your knowledge and experience will be useful. In the meantime, I intend to learn what I can about the gate, and will keep you apprised of my findings. Pray do the same.
Assuming communication is possible from inside the dome, we'll maintain contact and share any developments.
That's what I was going to bring up, is if the dome is just like an exterior portal to a part of another reality, then
It seems
radio
our teams are
signals might not
assembled.
go through.
A fine roster, I think.
Looks good to me. We'll find a way to deal with the threat. For the sake of Tural.
It's truly heartening to have you at our side for this. Thank you, everyone. Now, before we set off, there's one thing I need to do. The people are still shaken by the attack, and I'd like to reassure them as best I can.
Yeah, I'm going to give an address. No, look them up, please. I know what I have to do now. Swap over to Dark Knight. I know we're in a hurry to set off, but before we do, I need to address my people. The peace we swore to uphold has been shattered. We need to understand what's happened and how we intend to fix it. So I want to call an assembly at the Winged Walk and assure them that all will be well. But as shaken as they are, I don't know how many will come. It's those who are most distressed that truly need to hear your words. If you like, I shall seek out such souls and encourage them to attend. I'll help too. This is an important step in the city's recovery. Care to join us, Nona? While you handle that, Aaronville and I will seek provisions for the expedition. Thank you. I'll go ahead and have the Landsguard announce the address. People must first know there's going to be one before they can decide whether or not they want to hear it. If you could see to the Resplendent Quarter and Bayside Bevy, Alize and I will split the rest of the city between us. Cool. Let's do it. Let's leave Sunbirch first. Whew. Ah, damn. I'm just thinking about, I wonder by percentage how much of Final Fantasy XIV as a whole is disaster relief. Because I think it's a lot. Start with Resplendent Quarter. So I think that's what it wants me to do. Hello, farmer. If Duliola falls to the enemy, what will happen to us? Our homes, our farms, everything we've worked so hard to build. Lives and communities and histories, all reduced to ash by these merciless villains. I heard Val Clamat is planning to address the people, but what's the point? What can she and her brother possibly have to say? Really? The Dawn Servants have a plan already. Not so much, yet they're prepared to carry on. And standing around worried about what's to come, which ain't nothing. It would be a lie to say I'm hopeful for the future, but I'll go hear what they intend to do. Okay, good. You may as well go. And if you're right and it's bullshit, then it's bullshit. But I'm gonna grab this. There we go. Alright. Who else we got? Hello, alpaca herder. It's not safe here. Not anymore. I could try to leave Taral, but where else is there to go? You look like the well-traveled sort. Please, I can't stay here, but I fear nowhere in Taral is beyond the enemy's reach. What are the lands across the Salt? I know. Even if I ran, I know I'd regret it in the end. I love Taral. This is my home. I know the Dawn Servants would give their lives to defend her. I'll put my faith in them, and listen to what they have to say. Cheerful? That's an interesting disposition. You're checking on everyone, are you? The city's definitely seen better days, but we can only spare so much time from mourning. Only by looking to the future can we overcome this crisis, and we'll all need to do our part. I've no doubt Val Clamat and Valcona will share similar sentiments at their address. Yeah, does not need to be persuaded. Okay, yeah, it's one more person and they're right here. I didn't realize they were going to try and trick me. Please, leave me be. My father is gone. Leave me to mourn. Lord Jaja is slain. Yet Val Clamat and Valcona still fight for our nation. For us. Very well. If they would speak, the least I could do is listen. Okay. Bayside Bibby time. How many do we have over there? 3. God damn. This was supposed to be the fun expansion. This was supposed to be the vacation episode. This was supposed to be you are going to Brazil. And now look what's happened. Flustered citizen. You need to be convinced? Whatever it is, I don't have time. I have to finish repairing this cart. There's only so much I can carry on my back. When those hollow devils come again, I need to be ready. Val Wicklamat and Valcona mean well. They're young and inexperienced. They can barely look after themselves. If we're to survive, I do not know if we can count on them. They're going to strike back at the enemy, so they resolve to face this. Maybe it is too early to be thinking of running. Alright, I'll go and hear their address. Okay, do we have anyone in here? Doesn't look like it. There might be someone on the lower floor, but I think that's unlikely. Let's see. Composed merchant is probably fine. Paranoid resident, you need to be convinced. I can't leave now. What if those soldiers come back? And what are those strange machines looming overhead? Gods, I have so many questions. I see. I will put my mind at ease to learn something. Anything of the threat we face. Alright then, I'll go to the winged walk. Thank you. I feel better already, and likely better still once I hear what the Dawn servants have to say. Resting resident is probably fine. You are a stockpiling citizen. You need to be convinced. I need to stock up on food and medicine as much as I can. And what else is there? I can't afford to forget anything. Sorry, miss, but I'm busy. Too much to do and too little time. There's no telling when those stone men will return. I have to get out of here. Find somewhere safe. Val Wicklamat wants to speak to us. Perhaps she has a plan, then. I suppose there's no harm in hearing what she has to say. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Alright, and then I will just take the Ethernet back up to Volokshunsa. I'm excited to see what this address is, whether it's just like we're sending out a strike force, or like whether it truly is just appraising everyone, or if there's going to be like a different angle. It's Wicklamat, so I feel like it'll probably be a different angle. It looks like you've brought quite a few people. Thank you. Alize had actually returned ahead of you, but upon hearing that you were still out there, she decided she was unsatisfied with her own efforts and left again. I love my little rivalry with Alize. My apologies for involving you all in Durali affairs. We're simply helping dear friends in need. Having traveled the lands of Tural, sharing in the rich cultures of your people, I can see it no other way. What's more, Zeralja and his army pose a threat not only to Tural, but to the Star as a whole. We will stand with you, to protect what you hold dear. Thank you. I don't expect you've had much, if any, rest. How are you holding up? I'm fine, thanks to a little encouragement from Nona. You needn't worry about me either. Whatever weariness I feel is no match for my desire to protect my people. We will restore peace to the nation and preserve our father's legacy. And it begins by speaking to the people from our hearts. I learned that from watching you. Right. We need to see to a few things first, but feel free to go ahead to the plaza and wait. Their father raised them well. That he did. God, I have to get Y'shtola and Graha voices now too. And then I'm sure Thancred and Urianger are going to show back up at some point. I'm going to have to remember their voices. God, I love Femroths. Breath.
Lamachi, are you all right?
Yes, don't worry. I'm ready for it. The fear, and sadness, and anger. Everything.
I am the reason to your resolve. But more than that, I am your brother. You needn't bear this burden alone. Remember this.
As you likely already know, my father, our former Dawn servant, lost his life in the recent attack. He challenged the enemy leader to a duel and fought with skill and valor, and for a moment we believed he had won. But wielding an unknown power, his foe returned from death and struck him down. I could only watch as this happened. I could not tarnish my father's honor by interfering. Many of you have suffered terribly. You've taken wounds. You've lost friends and family. As vow of resolve, I failed in my duty to protect you. Words can't express the shame and regret I feel. And as much as it pains me to reveal this, the enemy leader was none other than my brother Zoralsha.
Zoralsha? It's true! I saw him!
We believe he staged the attack from Yasulani, which has been encased within a mysterious dome. I know that you're concerned for your loved ones there as well. But mark my words, I won't let Zoralsha torment us any further. Our father gave his life to protect our nation, and I'm prepared to do the same.
You say that, but those metal monstrosities are still up there in the sky. What are you going to do about them?
God, they do look cool as hell. They're representative of a great evil, but man, do they have style.
The enemy is still on our doorstep, and waiting for them to strike again accomplishes nothing. That's why we're going to strike first. We are going to take the battle straight to Zorolja and put an end to it all.
And while my sister sallies forth, I will take charge of the city's defenses. Not another soul will come to harm. We swear to you.
Like our father before us, we will lead with resolve and reason to restore peace to our nation. So please, have patience and faith.
So the resolve goes on the attack, while reason shores up the defenses. Sounds like a fine plan. Needless to say, you can count on my sword. Tural's my home, and I'll do my part for it.
I'm doing my part.
Hear, hear, brother. That makes two of us. Or was that two of we? Never mind that. What of the rest of you? Will you let others do the work? Or will you do your part and fight?
We fight! We fight! We're Tuliolans because we're united! We'll stand with you and weather this storm!
Every time Nahanu's smile gets me, it's so cute.
He's right. This is our nation, and it falls to us to protect it.
We'll fight too! For Tuliolal!
Me too! Me too!
We're all together in this!
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
We've already learned much about our foe, and we will continue to learn more. In time, we will have the means to make their warships fall from the sky. When we join hands with our countrymen and our allies from afar, we're stronger than we dare to hope.
There has to be some sort of enchantment on the railing there that amplifies their voices, because that's like insane. If they're just talking at that volume.
Together, let us show the enemy the might of Tuliolal.
Because Lakota's pretty quiet.
You are the beating heart of our nation. Each and every one of you. Uncertain days lie ahead, but for now, I ask you to persevere, to go about your lives as you always do. Only then can we ensure we have the resources to see our nation through these trials. And when the time comes, we will strike. Tuliyola will not fall. We will prevail, and peace and happiness will be ours again.
Yeah, that was a good speech. Having Bakul Jaja join in really helps, but otherwise, despite that, it still was really strong on its own. Listening to Wuklamat and Kona, I was reminded of my time in the First. While the Exarch was no king, I often found myself speaking before the people of the Crystarium in like manner, and through their deeds they answered me. The people of Tural, too, will rise to occasion. This I can tell. Hell yeah! Level 97. Alright! To Yasilani. Well, the hour of departure is at hand. Those of us remaining here shall accompany you part of the way. I, for one, would like to see the dome firsthand. We set forth as soon as everyone is ready. I will inform Wuklamat that... There you all are! Ah, Lamati. We were just planning to call on you. Are you ready to leave? I am. Seeing the people come together as one, knowing they haven't given up hope, was all the encouragement I could ask for. Right then. Let's get going. We leave from the Shaktural Skygate. Bridge time. I love a big bridge. I love a big bridge. And I love a subsidy for a big bridge. Skygate time. I'm gonna go the other way and take the Ethernet because it's faster. Alright, Bright Plume Post. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Everyone's here? Good. This is it, my friends. We go to strike down Zoralja and secure peace for Tuliola. We'll be passing through Shaloni, that's what it is. We'll be passing through Shaloni, where there have been reports of enemy movement, so stay sharp. Alright, we're gonna have a duty? Or a cutscene? Or a cutscene duty? Or several cutscenes and then a duty? Yeah, they're here too. Landsguard had told me about them. They emerged from the dome in quick succession and took to looming overhead. A display of force, like the vessels in Tuliolab. Indeed. And while they haven't taken any aggressive actions, I want to see how things are in the area before moving on. We'll be passing a few settlements on the way to Shaloni Station. It's the perfect opportunity to look around. In that case, Nona and I know a few locals who can help. Then let's divide into two groups. Aaronville, Alize, and Nona will come with me to inquire with the locals. Meanwhile, the rest of you can go and inspect the dome. Oh, I wanted to look at the dome. Understood. Once everyone is finished, let us reconvene at Shaloni Station. We can start with Hutsutawi. It's where the Dust Watch is based, if I remember correctly. You do? The Sheriff Kemaka should be able to tell us a few things. Oh, we get to talk to Kemaka in his sexy voice again. Hell yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to, get the writing map here yet. There weren't enough fates to grind when I was on. But I have all the ether currents I can get so far, so hopefully we should be able to fly after we do our recon here. I suspect that's when we're gonna get the MSQ ether current. Caught on a cactus. Alright, what's up, Kamaka? Oh, it's you two. I'll be VOD as well. You're sheriff of the Dust Watch, yes? What's the situation here in Hutsutali? Well, the enemy hasn't tried to pick a fight with us yet. Ships gave us a shock when they first appeared, but we've just been floating there, holding position. That said, I've received some unsettling reports from elsewhere. We've been investigating to the extent we can, but we're spread thin and haven't looked in on Sheshinawezi Springs yet. Apparently, mechanical soldiers were seen in the vicinity. What? If that's true, then the people there are in danger. I worry about the other townships as well. If the rest of you could head to the springs, I'll pay a visit to Mowahetsu. I'll accompany Arenville. See you all in a while. Alright. I'm just gonna fast travel there. I will gladly pay 70 gil. Someone had some sort of fire serpent. Alright, hey, Wiclamont. And I'll clear this way. The mechanical soldiers don't seem to be in the area. Still, we should talk to the locals. Let's each make rounds and see what we can learn. Alrighty. Hello? Any locals? There you are. Hello, railroad clerk. Oh, you're the one who helped us the other day. The Waldika and the others are out investigating, and they've confirmed that Nitawikwe is safe. It was after the train had begun its journey back here that the dome appeared. So those who were riding the train then are fine. We don't know what's become of those who disembarked in Yasulani. What a mess. And just after we finished fixing the tracks. Okay. I'm glad the train is safe. Not so glad that everyone who got on the train to go there is not. Run through with a polearm. I mean, if that's how we turn them off. if we can hit the off button by chucking a halberd at them, then I am all for it. Hello, Iyate. No, you came. As you can see, we're doing all right. After your ships appeared in the sky, soldiers clad in white showed up and surrounded the town. But to our surprise and relief, a traveler came along and dealt with them all in a flash. I'll never forget the way he soared through the air, spear in hand. Shame I never got the chance to ask his name. Estinian was here. Okay. We're all safe thanks to him, but I can't say the same for those in Yasulani. We haven't heard from anyone there. Hope Namika as well. Well, we'll probably meet up with Estinian when we go to the dome. Unless he's out here defending the townships. Estinian was here. You heard about the spearman as well. That couldn't be anyone else. What's this? Someone spreading more gossip about me? Hey, it's Echo, Oh, and Estinian. I don't know why it took me so long to realize Estinian was there. Talk of how I saved the town travels fast. That's not to discount the help of my friend here, of course. He gave those machines a real beating. I thought you'd come sooner or later. Do you know what's happening? So you are indeed the one keeping the people safe. Thank you. Think nothing of it. The automata aren't particularly strong. But are the rumors true? The little Jar Jar is slain. I'm afraid so. Zoralja used some dirty trick to get the better of it. We'll make him pay for what he's done. Mark my words. You're going to help her, I assume. I see. With your contingent, you won't lack for strength. In which case, I will remain in Shaloni, keep an eye on things. That helps us more than you know. I'll send word to my brother before we set off. If you find yourself in trouble, don't hesitate to contact Kona. Kona? Brother? Wait a second, you're the Vow of Resolve? I am. And you're Zekoa, right? I'll be counting on you to keep everyone here safe. Absolutely. If more of those hollow men show up, I'll send them packing. I'm the fastest gun in Shaloni, after all. Nona can attest to that. Yeah, sure. Glad to hear it. We leave Shaloni in your capable hands. Let's get patrolling right away, then. Stay safe out there, and don't do anything reckless. Wasted words, eh? Just do what comes naturally. I was gonna say, don't do anything reckless, says the man who fused himself with Nidhogg. Right then, it's time we headed to the station and join the others. Oh, here's the Ether Current quest. Let's just see if we can do this on the way. Is it? It's the other direction. Fuck it, I'll do it. I wanna make sure that I can fly in this zone. Cause I get the feeling, maybe some of the rest of the MSQ is gonna come back here. And if it's just, like... Yeah. Oh, I really hope this isn't an escort mission. One of the earlier ones was an escort mission. And that was really annoying. Hopefully it's just a go there, kill some enemies, come back. Not on the road? Not in that pit. Oh, there we go. Yes, on the road. I'll just skip through this. Okay, perfect. Get that ether current, and then we'll get an MSQ ether current shortly, and we'll have flight in this zone. Whew. Yeah, because I really want to have flight in this zone. I get the feeling I'm gonna need it. I'd much rather do it now than have to do it later. Alright. Cool. And then I assume it's, given that this is the one that unlocked it, I assume it's when we finish this quest in Yasulani's Shadow, we'll get an ether current. What are these? Actar targets? This, oh, maybe it's not this one, maybe it's the next one. I love the Napolitanders still. They're just really, a really good design. Alright. Thanks to Estinian, there were no casualties to speak of in Shaloni. The Hetsaro were safe as well. At the very least, there were no sightings of soldiers there. What about the dome? Did you learn anything of note? It is composed of exceedingly high concentrations of lightning energy. To even touch the barrier would prove fatal. When approaching it, we must exercise all caution. Then how are we supposed to get inside? If Saralja and his army emerged from within, there ought to be an entrance. An entrance, you say? It just so happens we might have an inkling where one is. What's up, Shenza? And crew. Oh! She's back! These are the engineers of Shaktaral Bailing, which operates the train between Shaloni and Yasulani. When we went out to recover the train, we had ourselves a look at the dome through a telescope. It was then what we saw it. A large fortress-like structure that looked like it straddled the dome's edge. You're telling us a part of it is inside, and part of it outside. That seemed to be the case, yes. While we only observed from afar, soldiers were coming and going from it. With that, I'd say it serves as a passage between the outside world and whatever's inside. But as you'd expect, the area was heavily defended. Won't be easy to get near. Do you know what became of the passengers who went to Yasilani? Lamat's nursemaid was among them, a woman named Namika. What? I'm afraid not. Only those passengers who were headed back here are accounted for. I can say for a fact that everything was fine when we arrived in Yasolani. But when that big tremor struck not long after we left the station, I hit the emergency brakes and looked back, and all I could see was the dome. What's more, the fortress sits right on the tracks of all places. What are the odds of that, eh? Assuming this fortress serves as a means to pass through the dome, we should first determine how we're to reach it undetected. I don't care if we're detected. I say we smash our way inside. Despite how it sounds, I actually give it some thought. Zaralja wants me to prove that I'm Father's worthy successor. If I fail, he'll destroy Tuliolang. By charging in head-on, I make my intentions plain as day, and in so doing, keep his eyes on me. A bold strategy. I like it. Of course, your plan will be no good if you're cut down before reaching their base. What you need is something that'll get you there quick, break through their defenses with a single decisive blow. And we have just that. Train? Since the tracks go straight to the fortress, we can reinforce our train with armor, load her with all the fuel she'll carry, and send her hurtling at it to explode on impact. Chief, have you gone insane? You were just saying how relieved you were the train's in one piece. And now you want to turn it into a bomb? Train's not important. Our dream was to have railroads running from coast to coast. Remember? These invaders have their way, there may not be any more railroads, let alone trains to run on them. Is that what you want? We must sacrifice one train for the needs of many. It's a sacrifice we have to make. These good folks are willing to put their lives on the line to get inside that dome and put a stop to all this. The least we can do is help them. Chief. Listen, no matter how hard things may get, no matter how many times we fail, Paul, we can always get back up. Fail would have also worked there. As long as we're alive, we can always build another train. So have faith and quit your complaining. But what if we fall really, really hard? There's no getting back up if we're dead. No one's dying on this train. I'll see to it myself. Needless to say, this will be a one-way trip. And we'll need to jump off at the last moment if we don't want to go out in a blaze of glory. You alright with that? Hell yeah. Jump off an exploding train? There's no change in her mind, is there? Just promise me you'll be careful out there, honey. Won't leave you with any sorrows to drown. Never fear. Seeing as I've never had a drink in my life, I certainly hope not. It'd be a lie to say the loss of the train doesn't concern me. But with good friends, my loving wife beside me, it's all I really need in the end. Well, at least it'll go down as the legendary train that saved Tyrell. That it will. But first, we've got work to do so she'll look the part. I'm gonna paint a racing stripe on it so it goes real fast. I don't know much about Magitech, but if there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. We'll keep that in mind. If any of you are willing and able to lend a hand, there's work that needs doing over at the storehouse. It seems we have a path forward. I believe this is a good time for me to return to Tuliolal and inform Kona of the situation. I shall return as well. I have new investigations to pursue. The dome's elemental aspect is similar to that of the gate at the Golden City. If we can identify a connection, we may learn something of use in our fight. It's one mystery after the next, but at least we're not without clues. It may not be easy, but I know we can get through this together. Okay, so that's definitely the next dungeon, right? Is the fortress. So we're gonna go in on an exploding train and then jump off and do a dungeon. Just do a dungeon about it. Alright. Even only having just met them, I can see how important the train is to Waldika and the engineers. We can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. Putting plans into locomotion. God, the puns are so bad. While I have no objections to the plan itself, I have one concern. How can we be certain Saralja will not strike Tuliolal in retaliation? I considered the possibility, but when my brother told me to come and prove myself, he meant it. He wants to show that his kingdom is superior to Tuliolal, and it'll give him no satisfaction to attack when he knows I'm not there. No, he'll be waiting inside the dome, waiting for us to challenge him so he can crush us and prove his strength. Indeed, if anything, we're more likely to put Tuliolal in danger by not taking the fight to him. So we indulge Saralja, at least until Tuliolal has shored up its defenses. Right. We'll charge in from the front and keep his eyes on us, during which time Kona will find a way to fortify Tuliolal. If you believe this is the best course, then we shall trust in your judgment. I expect there will be no small amount of enemy resistance, but we will do all in our power to assist you. Thank you. Well, time is of the essence. Let's go and see what's left to be done for the train. Alright. What's up, Wowlika? Looks like work is getting underway. We'll finish in no time at all. So what can we do to help? No need to hold back. As I understand it, the two of you met your fair share of craftsmen during the Rite of Succession. Would you happen to know if you would be willing to come and help us complete modifications to the train? Of course. What sort of craftsman did you have in mind? Let's see now. Perhaps my greatest concern is keeping the train safe from enemy attacks. Even with you all aboard to defend them off, it'd be over in an instant if they managed to get just one good hit on the cerulean tanks. According to eyewitnesses, these soldiers use lightning-based weapons, so I'm in mind to install grounding rods. Do you happen to know a carpenter who could handle that? We could ask Wogevu. I do like how this mirrors rebuilding the Great Lift in Valusia. Master Carpenter from Okanu, eh? They'd be willing. Be glad to have. No objections from me. Just be sure not to forget the traditional grading. But we'll need more than just a carpenter if we want this done in a timely fashion. Got a lot of equipment that needs moving. Heavy equipment. I don't suppose you know anyone up to the task. Sermerware. Just make Fonjontaine do it. Sermerware would be perfect. You'd be hard-pressed to find folks stronger than the YUH OH, and I'm sure he'd be willing to help. You're friends with the YUH OH? I'll be damned. When I want for strength with help like that. Next, I'd like to outfit the train with some powerful weaponry of its own. Like as not, the soldiers will be riding their flying vessels. We'll need countermeasures to deal with them. That's true. I, for one, can't use magic, nor am I handy with a firearm like my brother. Any ideas for ranged weapons we can use? Let's install ballistas on the train. I want ballistae on this train. Ballistas, eh? While they'd be powerful, seems to me it'd take too long to reload between shots. If there was some sort of ballista that could reload quickly, that might work. But weapons aren't exactly my field of expertise. Perhaps I could be of assistance. Perhaps I could be of assistance. I'm very far. I'm so far away. The Crystarium employed etheric cannons for its defenses, and I see no reason why the design cannot be adopted for your train. While I did not conceive of them myself, I know their design. It should be possible to build them here, provided we have the requisite materials and skilled smiths. Now that sounds like something Fonjontaine can help with. What are the materials we need? Barrel can be fashioned from any metal, so long as it's highly conductive to ether. To power the cannon, we will require fire-aspected crystals of the highest purity. Fire crystals, eh? Might be as the miners over at the springs can help with that. Then if I could leave the crystals and smiths in everyone's hands, I shall get started drawing up the schematics. Right then, I'll secure us the smiths. In the meantime, could you deal with the materials? Shen's in charge of our supplies, so might be good to talk to him about it first. Well, I think we're set for a plan. Thanks for the consultation. Now let's get this train dressed up and give her the proper farewell she deserves. Hell yeah. I love that we just get to build a battle train. The plan's coming together. To make good speed, I'm going to try and enlist some more help from among our friends back in YUH. I'll leave the materials in your care. I think I saw Shenza over to the southeast. Alright. Where you at, Shenza? I got some questions for you. That should be enough lumber for the armor. What else do we need? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. What can I do for you? Etheric cannons. Interesting. I have an idea where we can get the conductive metal, so I'll take care of it. Not sure about the fire crystals, though. Might be best if you spoke directly with a miner. Can I leave that to you? Great. You're friends with Iate, aren't you? She's one of the best miners around. If anyone can get the crystals you're after, it's her. Alright, let's go to... Oh, it's literally right here. I forgot which town she was in. I thought she was in the first town. Alright. Let's go. Oh no, Polytender. Alright. Nope, not you. You're in a cutscene. Hi, Iate. Oh, Nona. What brings you around these parts? Need fire crystals. Purest fire crystals, you said? I think I heard tell about them before. What was that about? Here's the ether current. Now I remember. Cerul Analas. You can find them to the south of town. They actually ingest fire crystals and keep them in their gut, if you can believe it. If you want the purest crystals, though, you'll have to go after the oldest, toughest Analas. Nothing you can't handle, right? I'll show you where you can find some to hunt. Looking forward to seeing why Erenville thinks so highly of you. Let's get my boy back out. Okay. Anala time. Let's go kill some gasoline elementals. Ronek. I love to see the Ronek. They're just cows. I love cats. Alright, Iate. There's quite a lot of fiery wildlife in these parts. I think it's due to the ceruleum, but no one can say for sure. Still, it's not often that you see the bigger, dominating sort. That's what you need. What you'll have to do is hunt down a few of their kind. Establish yourself as a threat. That's known to draw out the leader. Cool. Just kill some Cerulenalas. That's the spirit. While you're on the hunt, I'll keep watch nearby to make sure no hapless travelers come stumbling in. Alright. Analas. Oh, Analas. Come on. There we go. Should probably have my combat HUD up for this, hey? So I can actually tell how much mana I have. The bigger one? No. Alright. Let's go back and talk to Iate. Okay. This truly is the best zone to drive this car in. Amazing. You dealt with the beasts in no time at all. You need the crystals delivered to Shensa. I'll see that he gets it. There you go. These fire crystals are for the train, aren't they? I heard about your plans to enter the dome. I want to thank you for going to such lengths to stop these invaders. And though he'd crumble if he knew I was asking this. Please, take care of Ellen Neshbia. Anyway, I'd best be on my way, and you as well. In case you're going to meet her, I saw Wuklamat heading for the station. Alright, station time. Station time. That should be everything we need. Right? Because didn't Big Lion guy say he was gonna go gather all the smiths he needed? So this should get the train together. And then probably dungeon time. In which case we'll probably take a break before we do the dungeon. Alright. Shenza told me you got the crystals for him. Good work. I've just returned from looking for extra help. We'll see in a moment who answers the call. All will be in readiness for them when they arrive. Damn it. I'm idle for a moment, and all I can think about is my home. Keep your chin up, Erinville. We'll be on our way soon. We'll find your mother. It'll be good to see her after all these years. So much I'd like to ask her about her time together with Papa. Oh, she'll talk your ears off. Once my mother starts, there's no stopping her. I wouldn't want it any other way. Right. Let's return to helping where we can. The real work begins when the extra hands arrive. And then some time happens. Time has happened. Everyone's working together. We got Mopley. We got other people. Thanks for making the trek here. To be honest, I wasn't expecting so many of you. Since the attack on Tuliola, I've been wondering if there was aught I could do to help. So when I heard about the upcoming operation from Valcona, I leapt at the chance to do my part. Peace will be restored, and then we can make a nice... Ugh. Peace will be restored, and then we can all enjoy a nice cup of mezcal. This is our home, and we'll do whatever it takes to keep it safe. While I assist with the efforts here, High Luminary Gerfler does the same at the capital. I'm truly grateful. With all of us working together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. Let's get to it, my friends. Yes, let's get to it. It's a friendship montage. We get friendship montage. Oh, I love that. That's really nice. Thank you for the follow, Insignificant Far. Really appreciate it. This is really sweet. I really like this. And they're like armoring it in wood because they're worried about lightning. So it's non-conductive. That's great. Oh, take a little nap. Poor Alize, she's been working her butt off. Alright, everyone. That'll do it. You've done your part. Leave it to us to finish mounting the armor and cannons, and have yourselves a hard-earned rest. Thank you all again for answering the call. No need for thanks now. Whenever you need help, just give us a holler. Indeed, we must all do our part when our nation is imperiled. Hear, hear. We love Tural, and we love you, Valwoklamat. I love Mablu. Mablu. I love you all too. Your kindness and goodwill will not be in vain. This I promise. Hell yeah. I'm very excited about this bomb train. Alright, let's get our ether current. Thanks again for all your help. Wouldn't have been able to finish so quickly without you. Go and rest up, friend. Won't be long before the train's ready. Alright. We're just about coming up on 2 hours. I get the feeling this is gonna be a dungeon. Yeah, all aboard. We're in level 97 now. So let's do the dungeon afterward. So, we're gonna take 5. Grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever you need. We'll be back shortly. Please stick around. I'm gonna run an ad during the break to take off pre-rolls. Sticking around supports me. So I'll see you shortly. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sticking around during the ad break. Hope everyone had a nice 5-minute stretch. Let's hop back into the MSQ. All aboard, baby! From here on out, we won't stop working till the train's ready. If you have any preparations, now would be a good time to see to them. Boarding call will come before you know it. Boarding call it is. There we go.
Right, we're just about done with the modifications, but I have to stress that we cannot afford a test run.
That is not the voice I gave.
It's fine. We understand and accept the risks. We have faith in you and your craft. I'm sure everything will go to plan. With all the hard work everyone's put in, it couldn't be otherwise.
Finished at last!
Oh, I love this like palisade armor. It's got a ram on the front. Hell yeah.
Behold, the pinnacle of locomotive engineering, the Dawn Blazer.
Oh, that's just a Gatling gun. That's straight up just a Gatling gun on the top.
Amazing!
Yep, she's been fitted with wooden armor and a crystal grounding rod to mitigate the effects of lightning. Naturally, we had to overhaul the engine so it could handle the extra weight.
I also had her outfitted with etheric cannons, the better to contend with enemy forces. And as they're modeled upon those used at the Crystarium, I can attest to their potency.
I love the tiny stools.
So, what do you reckon? Given the tight turnaround, I'd say we did a damn good job.
Let them try and stop us in this.
Glad she's to your liking. I hate to let go of such a beautiful piece of machinery, but I know you'll give her a proper send-off for us.
At the risk of spoiling the mood, we should probably get moving.
Yep, you won't get far if you let them pummel you from the air, but you'll be safe enough once you reach the tunnel.
In that case, I will conceal the train with a spell once everyone is on board. It should last long enough for us to reach the tunnel unnoticed.
Right. So everyone, are we ready?
Damn straight. Damn gay. Damn bisexual.
We've done all we can. Rest is up to you.
I won't let you down. All aboard!
Hell yeah. I love trains. I love this train. It's a very good train.
Vanish. At this speed, we should arrive at the dome in no time at all.
But not before we're spotted, I expect. Stay alert!
Here we go.
I love that Wukalamat's on the gunner position.
Stand fast, everyone.
Knock him out of the sky. Fuck yeah. I love that you could just get laser guns in Final Fantasy.
No, you don't.
Uh-oh. They have physical rounds? That's not good.
How can they switch to firearms?
Oh god. Do not shoot one of my friends.
Oh dear.
Raha, jump!
LSA, no, fuck no. You will not do this to LSA. Blast him. There we go.
Erenville, I need you to take over for me.
That expression. Hell yeah. Now that's my tank. That's what a tank does. That's my dog servant. Fuck. Almost there.
End of the line, everyone!
Tuck. Everyone remember to tuck and roll. Nice.
Oh, that was too close. Still alive, Erinville?
Mostly.
No one got shot, did they? Everyone's okay? I'm glad that we could spare that one carriage. Car, I guess. If it's a passenger car,
At
they're called a
last,
carriage.
the enemy stronghold. We should hurry before they can regroup.
Let's go and find out what's inside.
Alright. Yes, okay. Thank God. I was like, we gotta have another dungeon. It's been so long since we had a dungeon. Fires, please. And this is probably gonna pop pretty quick. But while we wait, I'm gonna see what fates we can do in Shaloni. I think we're just waiting on a healer, so it'll probably pop before I even get to a fate to work on, but... Goodness, 25% done. This might happen. Yeah, it's just a healer we're waiting on. I love tank queues. There it is. I think I can finish this before I have to jump in. I think we can do that. Yes, we can. There we go. Alright. Fate time. Vanguard. I love the one person in just like vacation wear. Alright. Oh, this music wrecks. Vanguard Leptosian. Leptosion? good. God, there are so many words covering up what my health is. Okay, I'm doing okay, I'm doing okay. These mobs definitely hit hard. There we go. R7 sentries prepare to engage. Artificial IntelliGuard. This is just Tron. Uh-oh. There we go. They're donuts. Alright. AoEs. Okay, pop some mitts. Gotta be ready to pop my invuln if I need. Use Blackest Nights. Just help me recover a little bit. Only 4 left. I think we started with 6, so... Three. There we go. Alright, Hangar 8. Man, our healer is absolutely killing it. Where the wing blade? Oh, it's up to the right-hand side, so we actually want to be out. Okay. Lost out on some uptime for that, but I learned the mechanic, so... Okay, so this is probably going to be get between... Yes, cool. Okay, it's just one zip. Dispatch. More guys. Cool. Cool. Okay. That is going to be an interior wing blade again. Space out here. Cool. Awesome. I think we're good here. Yep. Dispatch. Is it gonna be up? Uppies? Those are uppies. Okay. Good. Did not mean to open my inventory. Alright. Cool. We're doing okay. Let's bring out Steam. I'll pop a minute. Let's be safe. Another interior wing blade. Place him out again. 5%. There we go. Casting, I will take. Naming, I don't. Critters detected. Leading defense turrets. Alright. All the turrets. Can we go here? Yes, we can. Get here. Make sure that my stuff is not being overshadowed. So I can actually tell what's going on. Okay, pop another ablation. Ready at the top. Invuln if I need it. No, we're okay. Whew. That was close. Want to be in those beams. Right. Nope, all of you. Arrow stats. Not familiar with these. Okay, come on, ablation. Okay, they got donuts. They are going down pretty quick. Or at least the turrets are. Nice. Down. Okay. Let's take a look. Aiming, I don't need. Casting, I do need. Alright. Wave is probably right wide. Birds deployed. Remote falling. Think this is safe? Oh. They don't shoot straight. They shoot in a bunch of fucking lines. Okay. That's fine. I can dodge. I don't have to charge with any casts or anything, so I'm not so scared of that. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Disordered. Oh no, why did I go this way? That's foolish of me. Gotta go around these fences. TV. Bring out a steam. Raise protocol I don't like. Motion sensitive bomb. Okay, there it is. Okay. It's not ideal. I'll probably just try and stay in this hitbox as much as I can. And I got a little paralysis, that's fine. I'll admit. Good. Awesome. Red mains dropped the barrier. Another Electro Wave. %. Oh, fuck. Why am I ouching? Why am I ouching so hard? Okay. I have my acceleration bomb there. Oh, fuck. Okay. Drop that. Okay. We survived the acceleration bomb. Oh, we lost the healer. Fuck, I didn't even notice. That's why my health is going down. Alright. Let's try and maintain uptime and get off my single target combo. Because that'll heal me back up. Oh, line stack. Was that why? Was there a line stack that I missed? God damn it. We're good, we're fine. Bring out of steam. Little heal. Come on. There we go. Woo. That was almost a TPK. I'll need the casting slots. We'll wait for folks to catch up. Whew, that was a tough boss fight. Oh, the healer DC'd! Okay. Oh my god. No. Well. I was not midding effectively. Whoops. My bad. Okay. I was playing as though I still had a healer. Yeah, we already voted for, or rolled for stuff. Okay, we got 3. Let's pop that for starters. Bring out of steam. And then we should switch to popping multiple mitts and doing single target combo heal. Oh my god, they're shredding me! How are they dealing this much damage to me? There we go, I'm a little bit now. Okay, pop it again. Pop them. Oh, I shouldn't have popped an ablation. What am I thinking? I literally have Blackest Night up. Why did I pop ablation? Because now I need ablation. die here. Yep. There we go. Okay, cool. Healer's back. Internet. I love the internet. Alright. Cool. Pop an ablation. Self back in the game. Okay. Cool. Casting ring, I will absolutely roll for. Okay. Can I get this one's and that one? Yes, I can. Now it's just this one. Okay. Vanguard control room is our last room here, last area. Who are you? Such a serious breach should be allowed, but it ends now. Fitting Outrider. Xander the Snake Skinner. He's got one of those come back to life majiggies that Thralja had. We redeem our honor with your lives. Oh yeah, oh let me let's roll. Alright. No, thank you. I will not get on my knees. Okay. That does a whole half of the arena. Good to know. Okay, let's see. I was about to say, wow, his health is going down really quickly, before I remembered how this works. He's got his little stupid thingy. The last of my mana. I should not have spent that. Yeah, so there's the 2-8. Alright. Luckily I got just enough back to tank that. Bye, Xander. Welcome back, Xander. Soul the Serpent the Great Devourer. I don't like that. What the fuck? You'll pay for the souls you made me with. Oh, it's a literal soul. They literally used, like, a soul to bring them back. Because I remember Zeralja was saying, you still have 2 souls despite your brother's death. But let's even the odds. What the fuck is this? Okay. It's a little crisscross action. Okay, so it's a cone forward at the point in the line. What? Backwards? Oh, it's foreguard and rearguard. Okay. And that's rearguard, so we want to be here. And then we can get back. Two Vuln stacks, not ideal. Screech is probably an AoE, so we'll pop up. Rise up for that. Okay. It's gonna be that direction. Foreguard, so we get back. There we go! Hell yeah! Ah, damn. That was fun. I like it when you have to read the name of the ability that they're casting to decipher where to stand. Alright, let's commend that healer. Bow I don't need. A minion? Ah, damn. Yeah, that's the drone minion I saw somebody have, like, a week ago. I don't think it was that long ago.
What greeted us was not the home that I had left behind. There was no mistaking we had reached Yassulani, and yet it was wholly unlike my memories. The lands of my childhood had changed beyond imagining. To where had I returned? We tread on, the darkened skies above a mirror to my heart, clouded with fear and uncertainty.
How bizarre. This cannot be Yassulani, can it?
Heritage found. I was prepared for something a little strange, but that's like another world. I don't understand. Land of Levin. Oh, we'll get some hot cocoa. Should switch to a red mage for XP. Also makes sense. That tower, was it always there? No, definitely not. Not the wall over there. The material's not something we use in Doral. It's closer to what we saw at the gate to the Golden City, or those mechanical soldiers. Such a massive structure couldn't possibly have been built in so short a time. Then I'm inclined to assume we've been transported to another location. Or perhaps... well, speculation will avail us not. We need to learn more before we can draw conclusions. That's what I was thinking, is maybe if this, like, bubble of the source has been swapped with the same bubble in the reflection that they're from. Let's take a look around now. It is really nice not having to do Alphino and Alice's voices right next to each other. It speaks. I wonder, because rejoining a shard to the source requires creating an imbalance of one element attuned to a similar imbalance on the source to bring them into harmony, right? And we know that the Ascians failed on the first because the wash of light that followed fucked shit up. And we know that they failed in the Void on the 13th because the wash of dark consumed everything before it could be rejoined. So I wonder if this is another shard that has been consumed by a calamity that didn't end up rejoining it to the source, and this is a lightning aspected calamity. That looks like a train station, doesn't it? That must be Yasulani Station, where the passengers disembarked. Then perhaps we'll find someone to talk to there. Let's go and investigate. Heritage Found is such a wild zone name. I really want to know what's up with that. Oh. Oh, it's a terrifying creature. Oh, I'm gonna fate. Hack the planet. Amazing. Alright. Let's get attuned to an Aetherite. This is a very glum location. And we'll climb out. I'm pretty sure this is Yasulani Station. But from the state of it, I swear it was abandoned years ago. I'm not sure what to make of this. We should look around a bit more. Yeah, this is definitely... we're on another shard. Rusty train turntable. That thing doesn't fall into this amount of disuse overnight. Train turntable. Thick layers of rust suggests it hasn't been used in years. Tracks are heavily rusted. They haven't been tended to for a long while. Yeah, the buildings are the big thing. It's like these aren't like destroyed. These are abandoned for a long time. Buildings are rotting husk. It's clearly been many years since anyone lived here. Finished poking around, have you? Well, let's gather everyone then. I want you all to take a look at this. Oh, there's just like a guy. Or one of the mechanical soldiers. Maybe it is reflected, Srelja. It's one of the mechanical soldiers. Long since broken, apparently. Well, it's got two little pixel eyes. But I'd say its presence confirms this is indeed Zoralja's domain we're in. What about the rest of you? Did you learn anything? Everything's way too worn down for this to be our Yasulani station. So all the evidence suggests this is Yasulani station. I've no doubt we're in Yasulani. But I don't understand why these buildings are so run down. They were completed barely a year ago. But new structures to deteriorate and enormous ones to appear in a flash. If I didn't know better, I'd say time flows differently here. Like it does on a reflection? Is such a thing even possible? We have encountered this phenomenon before, as it so happens. Though it may be difficult to believe, our world is but one of several. In some respects they are similar to one another, but in others, wholly different. We call them reflections. Simply put, the rift between dimensions causes time to flow at a different pace in each world. While hours pass in one, years may have come and gone in another. But if this is Yasulani, then we should still be in the source. The flow of time should be synchronized. I'm not sure I follow all this talk of reflections and dimensions. But if Erenville says this is Yasulani, then it must be. Your village is a little further along, right? Erenville. Oh, yes. It's a short distance to the northwest. Let's head there next then. Rather than talk theory, it's always better to confirm things firsthand. May I be of assistance? It's still functioning. Doesn't seem to be hostile, at least. Perhaps we can ask it some questions. Can you tell us where we are? Unable to confirm credentials. Bzz. Please present citizen identification. Unable to confirm credentials. Bzz. Confirm. Bzz. Confirm. Bzz. Seems it's broken after all. Strange by half. Let's leave it be and get going. Those lightning rods. Would you accompany me for a moment? There's something I wish to investigate. Lead on, kitty boy. I should probably be looking for, the currency. And we'll swap back over to Village. So there's one here. Should have grabbed that before we go. Considering it's right next to the Eucharite. What are those? What are those beasts? What are those living beasts? Hawaii Loa. Hawaii Loa. Alright. One in the northeast. Okay. Maybe it's on the train track. But I'm not. Hey, Graha. Look there. The lightning appears to be drawn to those ball-shaped structures over yonder. The design suggests there's some manner of lightning rod. Let's go and take a closer look. Yeah, let's get an eyeful of this. They're connected like I would expect power lines. This material appears to be the same as that used in mechanical soldiers and warships. On closer inspection, it appears to bear fine etchings. Rather reminiscent of arcane runes, these. I suspect they're not merely decorative. I would posit it's used to harness lightning as a source of energy. What impressive technology. I'll share this information with Y'shtola. For blessing, the dome doesn't appear to interfere with link paths. Thanks for accompanying me. Let's head to the village and find the others. Alright. There's probably going to be one in the village, hey? They usually put a few along the, travel path. What the world? Oh man. Aaronville's gonna be real fucked up about this. Music is weird.
My home. It's in ruins. But why? What happened here? And where is everyone?
I had a look in a few of the other houses, but they had clearly been abandoned.
Damn it all. None of this makes sense.
Excuse me? Are you looking for someone?
The Cyber Girl. I remember you. I saw you in a cutscene from an angle that my character couldn't. Cyber Princess.
I apologize for giving you a fright. However, I did have reason to keep to the shadows. Sorolcha has told me a great deal about you.
Sorolcha?
Greetings, and welcome to the realm of Alexandria. I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Okay. And I presume Zoralja is the King of Resolve?
Queen of Reason?
If you are the Queen of Reason, is there perhaps a...
Yes, if you mean to ask if there is a King of Resolve. Zoralja holds that title, and together do we reign.
Then you're both behind the attack on Tulishola.
And I doubt you're here to offer us a warm reception.
No, you have it all wrong. I am not come to fight.
That's Zoralja's job.
Zoralja rules alongside me, but that is a matter of expedience. In truth, we are at odds, he and I. It is at considerable risk to myself and my people that I come before you to beg your aid.
Our aid? I'll admit I cannot imagine King Zoralja is keen to share and share alike. But if what you say is true, you're still the queen.
Yeah, like...
Indeed. But I was once the sole ruler of Alexandria. Until one day, he appeared, bent on conquest. In my weakness, I feared his power. So I persuaded him to forego violence and strike a bargain. I would remain queen, and he would receive technology that would empower him to achieve even loftier ambitions, along with the knowledge to use it. A gamble, to be sure, but if it might spare my people...
If I may, the dome surrounding these lands was erected but recently. How is it he was able to not only invade, but instate a new system of leadership in a mere matter of days?
It's definitely been years here.
I've never heard of your realm. And this place is, or at least was, Yassolani. The house I grew up in is still here. But 3 years ago, that tower and these strange contrivances weren't. Nor was our village in ruins. Where did you come from? And what happened to the people who lived here? You must know!
She's got, like, text on her. On her back and then on her, like, brooch on her chest.
I realize how confusing this all must be. Truth be told, I don't fully understand it myself. What I can say is that one day, people from your Tuliolol suddenly appeared here in Alexandria. Or perhaps it was we who found ourselves in Tuliolol. Until but recently, we were completely unaware of events taking place beyond the barrier surrounding our realm.
Does this not remind you of the Crystal Tower? How after the 8th Umbral Calamity, we devised a means to transport the Spire across time and space from the source unto the First. Granted, this is on a much larger scale, if that is indeed what has happened. Not only the people and structures, but also the surrounding environment. Regardless, the people of Lakeland perceived the arrival of the Crystal Tower much as the Queen describes her own experience. Sudden and inexplicable.
Well then, you appear to have a better grasp of our circumstances than we do. Indeed, more than I dared hope. In which case, a closer examination of the effects of this phenomenon may afford us more insights. Allow me to take you to the outskirts. A number of the Shatona live there as well. Perhaps your acquaintances are among them.
Hold on. If we accept, there's no guarantee we're not walking into a trap.
But if we're to defeat Zorolja, we need to understand how he grew so strong. Besides...
Yeah.
You're right.
We gotta go either way.
Queen Sphene, before we go, Your Majesty, I have to ask, did you really have nothing to do with the attack on Tulihyolal?
Noble Wook Lamart, shall we dispense with the formalities? I'll not deny the soldiers and airships that attacked your people are products of Alexandria. But it was Zorolja, not we, who fashioned them into weapons of war and laid siege to Tuliolal.
So he alone is to blame.
I mean, I would say
No,
that.
I may not have prosecuted this war, but I nevertheless bear responsibility for it.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, you can't...
Perhaps. I know next to nothing about you, let alone what you've been through. So by all means, show us around. I think we'll learn a lot from meeting your people.
Wonderful! If you would follow me.
Isn't it a little odd for the queen to be walking about on her lonesome?
Is that concern or suspicion?
Suspicion. It's suspicion.
If things should take a turn for the worse, might I call upon your aid? I jest, of course, but you do strike me as the most capable here.
Okay. That doesn't answer my question, but... I think it goes without saying, but we're not going to trust her just like that, right? Any way you look at it, a mysterious girl who appears out of nowhere, proclaiming herself a queen, is suspicious. Agreed. I do not trust that shit. Alright. Well, having established that we should be wary, we could use more information. So let's head to this place, the outskirts, and see what we can learn. Perhaps about Sphene as well. 9 yalms to the west. We're going west anyway. East Yasulan. Okay. There's something here. 68 yalms to the southwest. Oh, is it up on the ridge there? They put it up there. I think I can get up there. Bolt hand. Yeah, there's a lot of lightning aspected creatures. Think I can get up here? Please? Yes, there we go. It's a little sneaky jumping. I like how it feels like the mounts like bank more when making turns. They've got more like physicality to them. At least some of them, like the chocobos and the YUH Hail. Okay, some like automatic farm setups. But yeah, when it comes to like the chocobo in the car, they bank a lot more when they turn. Hi, Sphene. I trust you have similar farming facilities in Tural. They're completely different from ours. I have no idea what all those machines do. We settled on this approach after some trial and error. The Turali have their own methods of farming, which they wanted to continue employing. But the environment makes it challenging. There's too much rain and not enough light. Thankfully, the use of electrope has allowed us to fortify the buildings here, as well as provide what nature cannot. Electro what? Electrope. It's a material we use for myriad devices and applications. A topic for another time, perhaps. If you would follow me, we're nearly to the outskirts. It's gonna take a lot more to get me to even think about trusting Sphene. I'm like so like aggressively untrusting of her. Yopikana. In here, some baton. And look, they have Ronek. And they're not even like lightning Ronek. Alright. Outskirts. Everkeep Ward. Interesting.
Here we are. Though you'll doubtless find much of what you see in Alexandria strange, the traditional agriculture practiced in this village at least should be familiar.
I wonder, I'll have to see if this is similar to any other Final Fantasies, because I don't know a lot of Final Fantasy lore from other games. But I know the first is very heavily based in Final Fantasy XI, which was the other MMO. I guess it is the other MMO? I don't think it's still up.
Queen Sphene? What business brings her here, I wonder?
The Queen has come!
Everyone's got one of those things. I bet you they're transmitters. So
You look well, Paquine.
So when somebody has, with authority, has the transmitter and dies, it'll pull a soul from somebody without authority.
And Catogne, I see you've already taken to your new position.
When she introduced herself as Queen, I was expecting someone colder. Honestly, she reminds me of you, Lamachi. Me?
It's only natural for a ruler to love her people. And I should like to know them as best I can, even the most trifling details.
The more you come to know them, the more you grow to love them. Who they are and what they've built.
That's it. Beautifully put.
It's weirding
And
me
it
out.
would appear that she is well loved in turn.
This whole thing is weirding me out.
Your Majesty, you honor us with your presence. And who are these fine people?
Tuliolol's vow of resolve Wuk-Lamat and her companions. They come from beyond the barrier, but you needn't worry. They are good people and are to be treated as my honored guests.
The rumors of a link to the outside are true, then. Wuk-Lamat is still so young.
Oh, where are my manners? I am Popone, a leader of sorts of the people living out here.
Popone? That has a ton of Wautenring to it.
Has it been long enough that people have been having
Right
kids?
you are. I take it you hail from this region as well? Teshpiani, perhaps?
Yes, I do. I don't suppose you know a woman by the name of Kafkiwa?
Kiwa. Okay.
Kafkiwa. I'm afraid I'm not sure if I've ever met someone with that name.
Oh. Mother isn't here. But it's a relief to know at least some of the people of Yasolani are alive and well.
Your mother, you say? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance.
You know my mother?
I do. Yes.
Then tell me, please, where is she?
Uh-oh.
I cannot say. Not here, but I promise I will in due time.
I have a question, Popone. Do you recall what happened the day the dome first appeared?
The barrier? Well, I remember fixing a shelf that had collapsed after a terrible earthquake. Then the ground began to tremble. There was a brilliant flash of light, and then... Forgive me, my recollection of it all is rather poor.
I was only a child at the time.
You needn't push yourself, Popone.
30
After
years.
30 years, no one could blame you for not remembering.
Fuck me, 30 years.
30 years? As in 30 years in the past?
Absurd though it may sound, there is no doubt in my mind the events that led to the joining of our lands occurred 30 years ago. Which is not to say I understand why our perceptions of the intervening time are so radically different. We only just became aware of the discrepancy when Zoraljar's military base was completed, and we were at last able to venture beyond the barrier.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
That's why. I knew that was weird when he said it.
"30 years. Little wonder Zoralja assumed our father had already passed away.
It's not unlike how time passes differently in the First and the Source. The fluctuating space of the rift between them disrupting temporal equivalence. Perhaps the same holds true here, and time flowed faster within the dome.
Meaning this is a piece of another reflection?
I cannot say for certain, but I strongly suspect that to be the case. And based on the Queen's account, this encampment may have come to serve as a physical bridge between the two planes, after which the dome was forced into the Source's temporal flow.
If we're to be certain of anything, we need more information. Sphene, would it be all right if we had a look around and spoke with the townspeople?
By all means.
Time to see what we can see of Alexandria, then.
I still don't trust her. Also, if Zoralja showed up 30 years ago, the fuck does she still look like a...
And its people. I may yet find familiar faces among the survivors from Yasolani.
Even if I don't understand the half of it, I would learn more of this place before we confront Zorolja.
I don't
Perhaps
trust
you
her.
care to see how we make our living. Though we have always prided ourselves on the use of traditional Tonawatan farming methods, the use of electro-fueled technologies has led to countless agricultural innovations.
I would join you as well.
Ma'am, please, you needn't trouble yourself.
It's no trouble at all. And I promise not to cause any manner of distraction.
Oh, her hair. Her hair. It's the gray with the green tips. It's like, Fontantine's. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. But I'm just conspiracy boarding over here. I have my conspiracy pin board.
Reassuring words, or they would be had I not heard them countless times before. Very well, but do be careful.
This is I have on my conspiracy board a picture of her and a picture of Fontaine, and there's red string between it, and it just says question mark.
Of course. I shall proceed with the utmost care. Now then, if you two would follow me, we can begin the tour.
I can't say that I trust her yet, but I trust that her affection for these people is genuine, and that's enough for me.
Okay. And I trust you. But I don't trust her. Not yet. Electrope has done much to improve the efficiency of their farming, but hasn't replaced everything. The people wanted to preserve their old way of life, and we did not want to force ours upon them. We went to such lengths so that our cultures could coexist, even going so far as to learn our tongue. I'm sure everyone appreciated that. The communication was thankfully not an issue. The Turali tongue is surprisingly similar to Alexandrian. Of course, there are words and phrases for which there is no equivalent, but those can be taught with minimal effort. Through mutual respect, understanding, and patience, we Alexandrians and Turali have learned a great deal from one another. And I'm sure there's much you wish to learn as well. So please, if you have questions, do not hesitate to ask. Rather than bore you with lengthy explanations, let us head back to the farm we passed earlier. YUH Halo, as it is called. We can speak with one of the farmers when we arrive. I guess we're off to YUH Halo. I should get it looks like gemstone trader? Yeah. Let's do that. It's fucking Gompotherium skin. That it's like Gompotherium, right? I'm not making that up. It's insane. Okay, let's go to the farm. I think I'll probably finish this quest and then we'll probably call it. We'll get some context for Alexandria before we end tonight. Mahosa. Mahosa. Allow me to introduce you to Mahosa, one of the most experienced farmhands in all of Alexandria. She's well versed in myriad farming techniques. Indeed, the wealth of knowledge she's shared with the other farmers is what has allowed this place to flourish. Queen Sphene, to what do I owe this sudden shower of praise? My apologies for the interruption. I am come with guests from beyond the barrier. They wish to learn more of Alexandria, and so I invited them to see how our crops are grown. I do hope that's all right. So the rumors of visitors from the outside were true. What manner of hosts would we be to deny them a look around? And I gather your majesty also intended to check on things here? They all have kind of a green tinge. Or more than just her, anyway. You know me too well, Mahusa. I thought to seize this opportunity to see how the farmers fare, and perhaps pepper them with a few questions, though I do so enjoy observing and taking part in the work too. It would appear we have her permission, so please, walk the grounds to your heart's content. You go on ahead. I'll keep Sphene company. Don't misunderstand. I'm not a suspicious type. But given our positions, it would make sense for us to go around together, wouldn't you say? A fair point. But be sure not to let me out of your sight. I shall remain under Wooklamat's watchful eye. Pray, come find us after you've seen your fill and spoken with the other farmhands. Now I just have pictures of a bunch of Alexandrians on my pin board. And it just says, green? I'm suspicious. I am suspicious. You are suspicious to me. My levels appear to be fine. As for the power source... You wish to know about my job? You have a green... Do you have green highlights? No, you have orange. I tend to the fields mostly. Watering the crops, keeping the soil fertile, and so on. It admittedly took some time until I finally understood how best to carry out my duties. I also manage the lamps we use in the fields. We do our best to keep everything up to code, but should they ever start to malfunction, it's up to me to fix them. The land and the sky being what they are, ensuring a rich harvest makes for constant work. But honestly, I enjoy how involved the process is. Both my parents being Alexandrian, I didn't grow up knowing much of anything about farming. Every day's an opportunity to learn and grow. Alright, Hinek. We have Tsaro. You are not. Oh, an unfamiliar face. I gather this is your first time on site, then? Oh, this here's the storehouse. Or, rather, the entrance. The real storehouse is underground, much more spacious, and equipped with a temperature regulation system to keep the harvest from spoiling. Since the entrance is so small, it's much easier to prevent wild beasts from wandering inside, which also makes it a viable facility for breeding and raising livestock. We've even got a few beds down there for emergencies. My parents often complain about how Alexandrian technology and electro complicate our lives, but it's just a matter of learning how things work. Take my job, for instance. I'm presently overseeing the storage of harvested crops. They'll be taken up to the tower for processing, and from there they'll find their way to every dining table in Alexandria. Work is hard, I'll not deny, but I take great satisfaction in what we do. Okay. So it's a little bit of a... It's weird, because it's a monarchy, but also, like, the way they're managing their, like, food production seems kind of socialist. I guess that's the kind of thing that Sphene would manage rather than Zaralja. They're saying that you and yours are visitors from beyond the barrier. Is that true? You green? No, you're orange. So it is. Which means we're connected to the outside world again. Not that I have a desire to leave, mind you. I'm quite content with life here in Alexandria. But setting that aside, you're here to observe our work, right? As you can see, I'm in charge of livestock. Here at UPS Halo, we produce not only fruits and vegetables, but also meat, poultry, and eggs. Tending the animals is an absolute joy, but be careful not to grow attached. It's always a little sad when they're shipped off, but job's a job. Ugh, I need to get back to it, but it was nice talking to you. Please give my regards to the queen. That's the other thing, is they're all going like, I am doing my part, I love my job, and it's like, yeah, but you know I'm a special guest of the queen, so like, And also I guess most of these people are second generation, right? They're the children of either people who lived here before the barrier showed up, or the children of people who showed up when the barrier showed up, or both. I see. Don't be too hard on yourself. Anyone would have been hard-pressed to deal with such a thing. Oh, welcome back. My apologies for failing to notice your return. I gather you've had your fill of speaking with the farmers. Let us return to Mahusa. Transpose that W there. Alright. Alright, Mahusa. We talked to all the farms. Well, what are your impressions of the farm? Okay. Everything was surprisingly normal. No. I was amazed that everyone loves their work. Still don't trust that they do. So, Electrop is quite impressive. So it was the Electrop that caught your eye. That's only natural, I suppose, if you come from a place without it. Still, you only seem mildly impressed. This leads me to believe you have experience with even more marvelous technology. I'd love to hear your tales one day. And what did you think of our little tool, Lametier? I'm sorry, you're letting her call you that already? No, she just picked it up. What did you call me? Was that inappropriate? My apologies. I heard the others call you by that name, and I thought... No, it's fine. As you said before, we've no need for titles and formalities. No. I don't... I mean, maybe this is just because I don't trust Sphene yet. But it's like, well, Lamont, don't let her get close to you. You just met like 20 minutes ago. As for my thoughts, I was very impressed. That machines could be used to overcome so harsh an environment is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. The feeling is understandable. Indeed, many still find the machinery behind me baffling. It's like a silo? Oh no, it's a water tank. Okay. It's a system that controls the distribution of water for the fields and livestock. It's been acting up lately, though. Acting up, you say? You needn't worry, my queen. It happens fairly often. Put simply, it's taken in water that had a strong lightning charge. We think some creatures have become charged up with the energy, and they're releasing it into the river we use as a source. The system would return to normal if the creatures were dealt with, but I'm reluctant to beg it of the army. Okay. I'll volunteer for this. It's for the people. It's not for her. We could take care of it if you like. That is most gracious of you to offer, but it is much too dangerous. No, it's no trouble for the royal resolve of Tuliolal. Regardless of how the relationship between our nations may develop, if there are people in need, I want to help. Simple as that. And Nona's even stronger than I am. It shouldn't take us long at all. Very well, I gratefully accept. But please, take all care. This ought to go even faster if you and I search for lightning-charged fiends on our own. Good hunting. Alright. Let's go do some hunting. I don't trust Fiend. I trust Fiend so little. Thunder Spirit. That's nice of this person to help me. Yeah, I'll help them with their next one as well. Damn. Foiled by bridge struts. I love it when I'm doing the same, like, stage of a quest as somebody else, and we just, like, go to all the locations together. It's fun. A little unspoken bond of an MMO. Alright, Sphene. Got ready your birds. You're both alright. Thank goodness. You really needn't have worried so much. We barely broke a sweat dealing with the fiends. They're all gone now. Of course I was worried. You're my dear guests. But thank you. We truly appreciate this. Indeed. With this, we won't have to ask Zoralja's machines for help. He's been making a concerted effort to bolster his forces, sparing but a fraction for the people's protection. Thinks nothing of our safety, unlike Queen's Fiend. If that's enough, Mahusa. If you have grievances, I will hear them later. To speak of the king now. No, she's right. He's never been one to look after his people. Anyway, thanks for letting us tour the farm. The folk here are delightful, and it was a pleasure to meet them. You couldn't have favored us with more uplifting words. My people are my pride and joy. And you never fail to let us know, nor how much you care. Of course, you're my precious family, all of you. You seem a good sort, Sphene. That I'll admit. But you'll forgive me if I'm not ready to lower my guard for the enemy queen just yet. For you to be called that, I dread to imagine what villainy your majesty has committed. Come now, this is no laughing matter. A ruler is responsible for the welfare of countless lives. One wrong decision can lead to untold suffering. Failure is unconscionable. Now, I believe we are done with the farm. Let's move on, shall we? Oh, I don't trust you, Fiend. I don't trust you even a little. What's the next quest called? On the Cloud. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to be done for today. So I'm starting to flag. But thank you everyone for coming and hanging out. I love to do a Final Fantasy. I'll be back streaming more tomorrow. And we will... wait, actually, what day is today? Is it Wednesday? Never mind. I will be back streaming more Friday. And we'll continue the story of Heritage Found in Alexandria and a whole new thing. Let's see, who can I send you to? Let me just check on what some of my friends are doing. Puff is doing some art. We could send you over to Puff. I cannot mute the player for some reason. There we go. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Illiterate Skur, for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna send you all over to Puff. So let me get the raid started. I'm gonna have to do it manually. Oh, never mind. I can't raid Puff. That's why. Okay, what's Mitchie doing? You go Master Duel and then some Mahjong Soul. Yeah, okay, I'll send you all over there. I know I haven't been doing Mahjong on Wednesdays like usual, but hopefully Mitchie can give you your Mahjong Soul fix after the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel portion. So thank you, everyone, for coming. I will see you Friday. We're gonna do some more Mahjong Soul. Not Mahjong Soul. Final Fantasy. I will see you then. Bye, everyone.